Welcome back to Backroom Convos. I'm yours truly, Lesaho M, the report, aka Shoot Your Shot. And maybe you might get a chance. Call me Daddy like a Cairo. Another day, another dollar. Let's get into it, man. It's Backroom Convos. So, yeah, man, I do want to apologize before we start. I know Guti, today it's supposed to be a Monday movie review, but we won't be doing a Monday movie review. And simply because, a lot has been happening this weekend and we can speak about the minister, the fraud, and there's just a lot to unpack. But it is today we decided to rather speak about the Durban July in the midst of whatever that's happening in South Africa in the moment. I know the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is not in South Africa in the moment, and there is an acting president currently who goes by the name of Angie Motshekga. So, yeah, in the world of politics, a lot happening in business as well, a lot. Fashion, you know, I think that's what we'll be talking about. It's more in the fashion realm. So, yeah, man, I hope that you enjoy this show as much as we enjoy bringing these episodes to you week in, week out, man. So yeah, re tlo bua Sekgowa. We are going to speak a lot of English. So yeah, I think the main focus of today's episode is to rate the Durban July outfits. So I personally wasn't watching, or I don't even know Guti, there's a platform where you can watch the red carpet or the black carpet. I don't know what they call them, right? So but I know Guti, there's influences there, so you're likely going to get snaps from those influences, right? So there were big names such as Somizi, who are like media heads, radio personalities. There were people like Lamiez Holworthy, who's a DJ at some point, was a television a presenter. She was on the screen as well. So there were people such as Eva Mudika, I think. Is it Eva Mudika? That's how I pronounce it. So yeah, people like Eva Mudika, and just to mention a few, those are some of the people who were there. From the youth side, we had people such as Zilewizi, people such as Younger Woods, Sima. I think Sima was catching a lot of fire simply because of the outfit that she wore on the night, and there's a lot of you know there's a lot that's going on the internet. I'm not finding the word. So there's a lot that's going on regarding the outfit that she wore on the day, on Saturday to be specific. So because also what added fuel to the fire is the fact that Sima, she was speaking a bit about people who don't honor themes. When they say okay, like in this wedding there's this particular theme that people have to wear in that day, right? So because the theme, or they gave out the theme, I think Devon July gave out a theme, Oguti. The theme for Devon July 2025 is Marvels of Mzansi fashion. So hence you saw people such as Somizi, who wore an incredible dress, Mihlali Ndamase, shout out to Siphosihle, who's the designer for Mihlali's dress. Shout out to Govan CBC, who, worked with Somizi to pay homage to Mary Twala. Also his mother, Sarafina, as well, and the Soweto Spirits, just to mention a few. And Kimberly Diamond's, Table Mountain was also paid, tribute to by, the outfit that Somizi was wearing on the day, right? So a lot happened. And I think my introduction to Devon July, I think it was when I saw Somizi, I think on a Thursday or Friday, when he was at Devon, when he was arriving at Devon, actually, and he was shooting the suite that he was sleeping in and the walk-in closet. I'm like, yo, some people were pale, Joe, like were pale, and I'm just curious as to who pays for the suites, who pays for the hotel. Are people paying for themselves? That's another interesting conversation that we might need to have someday. So yeah, man, I think Marvels of Mzansi, going back to what I was saying about Usima, is that he didn't, abide by the theme of the day. Rather, I don't know, maybe he has to come onto your platform. I think yesterday Zile Weezy was live with Sima on YouTube. I didn't watch that live. Maybe he broke it down as to what that dress represented, what the dress she was wearing represented. maybe we were misinformed, or like there's something in between that we as the audience missed. As Twitter, I know a lot of people had a lot to say about it there. And I saw also I saw this is like all the things before we speak about it, the top five dresses, or the top five designs that were worn on the day. So I saw, even in the world of prostitution, I saw people, ladies who were selling for 5K. I saw a guy who was like on the internet, who was negotiating to get the deed for as low as 4,000. I'm like, yo, people were saying, Guti, my guy, you could go to a place where you could get that for 200 rand. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Whatever that's happening, Devon is actually making a lot of money during this year, or during this time of the year rather. So that's interesting to see. So yeah, man, shout out to the Devon July. I guess this is the okay, is it the proper time to get into the outfit reviews? I don't know. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, it is the proper time. So yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, re tlo bua sekgowa. Yeah, so yeah, man, there's a lot of research. There's a lot of research that's been put in for you guys to actually enjoy this episode. So we have the top five well dressed for the Devon July 2025. The theme was Marvels of Mzansi. So it showcases South African cultural heritage through breaking through fashion. Celebrities and designers interpreted the theme, celebrating landscape, minerals, and traditions with an avant-garde silhouette, indigenous motifs, and profound storytelling. Here are some of the people that stood out on the day. So I don't know if we should go from top five to one, or should we do one to five? I think it makes more sense for us to go from five. So on number five, we've collectively said Guti Lamiez Holworthy is on number five. And shout out to Cumane, who's the designer of the outfit that Lamiez Holworthy was wearing. So she was paying tribute to the iconic women of South Africa. With the diamonds that portray people such as, or the late Winnie Mandela, Brenda Fassie, and other female pioneers within the South African soil. And she was spotted or quoted each diamond was a tear that was turned into power, or rather, a tear that turned to power. That's Lamiez Holworthy. That's what she said. That's what she said on the night. So on number four, they put Fafa Kubega and Eva Mudika. So for Eva Mudika's dress, a Nigerian designer and a Nigerian brand was designing or designed her dress. So Eva's designer is Eric Mori from Nigeria, and Fafa's designer is unnamed, but they assume Muguti is a person that's locally. So Eva's dress featured, a bark-like textures, earthy tones, and Fafa's dress or outfit embraced rich greens and sculptural roots. So obviously they wore like the bamboo tree symbols as their dress, so that's why they own the same, because they were wearing the same thing, and no one wore it better than the other person. So that's according to us, by the way. It's subjective. You could have this list rearrange, or have whatever name that you deem fit. This is just from our standpoint. So yeah, on number three, this is number three. So sorry, so Risha Naidu is on number three. So I think she did at Xhosa, like a lot of themes. I must say this, Guti, a lot of themes on the day had a lot of Xhosa in it, Xhosa elements to it. So Sarisha Naidu also had something that had something to do with Xhosa. So her outfit had a Xhosa royalty reimagined. So the designer of the costume is Custom Hatu Kato. That's how you say it. What a mouthful, right? So the outfit had a straw silhouette with intricate beadwork. It blended traditional Xhosa elements with avant-garde form. Amazing elegance. elegant at its core. So Somizi Mhlongo, like I said, oh Somizi, I like the depths that he went to make sure in that, because Somizi, he always makes sure, if you think of Lady Gaga and what he does on all these, Met Galas and the outfits, when you think about Lady Gaga of South Africa, you think about Somizi. I guess that's why they even call him Osom Gaga. I think it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, in second place, we give it to Somizi Mhlongo, who paid homage to Mary Twala and other national icons, including her mother. So the outfit, he had a hand in it. Obviously, he designed it alongside with art by Govin CBC. So a lot. I think it took a lot of time for this design to come to fruition. So the dress, or rather the outfit, featured a dramatic chain which featured illustrations, or not illustration, but portraits of his mother, Mary Twala, alongside symbols like Table Mountains and Kimberley Diamonds. So the inspiration for him, I think this was personal, and the national, which included national heroes from Sarafina and Soweto Spirit, like I mentioned earlier on the show. So the impact was, a deeply emotional, obviously paying tribute to, stolen the show, obviously stolen the show, but he was paying tribute to all the fallen legends that we have in the country. So Miz is very old because he was part of the Sarafina cast. Sarafina cast. On number one, we have, I wish we could have some drum rolls. I don't know if we can get some drum rolls. We don't have drum rolls, but we have this though. Yes. So on number one, we have Mihlali Ndamase. Amazing. He had a golden tribute. He was paying tribute to the Ndebele heritage and mine. So the designer for her outfit was MASANGO by Siphosihle, like I mentioned earlier on the show. So the outfit, oh, the outfit featured a golden pleated skirt with 24 karat gold detailing and a black beadwork, which had a fusion of Ndebele patterns with modern day architecture. The inspiration was the South African mining heritage and Ndebele artistry. I think at the night the reaction from everyone, or by critics and fans, it was declared the best dress, for its opulence and cultural relevance. Do you agree? Do let me know. I'm yours truly, Lesako M, the report, aka Shoot Your Shot. And maybe you might get a chance, man, to call me Daddy like Cairo. Please do not forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. If you feel like there's any if you feel like there's any person or outfit that we missed on the night, please do let us know. Which outfit do you think stood out for you? Do let us know. We'll have a search bar at the end of the episode. Guti, who do you think was the best dress? Obviously, we think Guti it's Mihlali Ndamase, but we also want to hear your opinions on the comment section. Just write to Guti. This person. I know some of the notable names, such as Oscar Mbo. They were like, "Oh, Oscar Mbo did the most from the side. Machita from the guys. Oscar Mbo did the most. Scoop Makatini, I saw him as well. He was wearing uh, a white and black, I think, outfit on the day. So shout out to Scoop. And it was the first time like I've seen Scoop. Well, it's the first time that I've seen Scoop wear a suit, because he's always on like like your hip hop type of street wear type thingy. There was even a point where he was at Relebogile, I think, the one Relebogile who works at 702, I believe. He had a podcast episode where we're speaking about outfits and all that. I don't know where I'm going with this, but where I'm going with this is that he's always like wearing streetwear. He's well informed about what's going on in the culture of fashion, or in the realm of fashion. He can tell you a lot. He can give you a whole history on fashion or streetwear. With people such as Pharrell, Tyler the Creator, Travis Scott. I think he spoke about it in the Relebogile interview. It wasn't on radio, but it was on Relebogile's podcast. So yeah, man, do let us know. Please do not again forget to follow, like, and subscribe to get a notification for each and every time we drop a new episode. I'm yours truly, Lesego and the report, aka Shoot Your Shot. And maybe you might get a chance to call me Daddy like a Cairo. Enjoy your Monday. This is Monday Movie Review. Have a great one. Cheers.